Here is a video that I was going to do, but my my laptop got stolen in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, either way, here is a deck profile for the Fruits of Grisaia. If you haven't read the visual novel, it is on Steam, and it does go on discount all the time. Just make sure that you download the uncensored patch when you do get it. You'll thank me later. This is a compression Soul Rush deck, but not a traditional Soul Rush deck. I did modify this list a little bit to where I'm able to play two of my favorite triggers, Choice and Bar. When set 2 comes out, we're making a Michiru deck. Starting out with the level 0s, we have Genius in Name and Reality Kazuki. I run 3 because I had to make room for Maguro Man, but you could easily just take out the Maguro Man and just bump this up to 4, but fucking look at him. On play from hand, you mill 2, and if you milled a climax, you give a character 1k5 power, and when another one of your characters is front attack, you could pay 1, send this to your memory, bounce that character back to your hand. So it is a nice way to save some characters, and you compress your deck as well. The mill is super nice because you don't have a brainstormer in the deck, and milling is one of the weaker spots. Farewell and Promise Kazuki is another memory target. This card states that when this is reversed in battle, you could pay 1, send this to your memory, and when it's in your memory, heal tax, where either player heals, they have to ditch a card or they take the top card of their deck to their clock. The heal tax is annoying, and again, it's another great way to send things to your memory for other cards to gain effects. Also, the reverse is during either player's turn, so you could play this offensively or defensively. Here's a 3k vanilla. I run this because it is a Michiru card. That's a lie. What we actually run it for is Class Representative Sachi. She is a pay 1, tap 2. The shorthand is cigarettes. That is when you mill 2 and you salvage a character equal to the level of the 2 cards milled. And she gives all of your level 0 vanillas, the Michirus, a soul. So Pretend Lover Michiru, which is this one right here, is going to be at 2 soul. And that is whenever she is on board. She is your back row card, and your Michirus are the muscle of your deck. You plop 2 on board and these Michirus will gain 3 soul. Here is another good back row card. Never Ending Punishment. Amane has 3 different effects. You pay 1, send this to the waiting room, you top check 4, you add a character. Or you could tap this card, you give a character 500 power equal to its level. And you could also pay 1, send a level 0 or lower character from your opponent's center stage to the waiting room. We mainly use it for its first and second effects, but that level 0 effect does come in handy sometimes. Never Ending Tunnel Michiru is on play for hand. Look at the top card of your deck. You either keep it there or you toss it into the waiting room, and she is a climax ditch salvage. We're running Gold Bar. You know how many climaxes we get in our hands in a single turn. Last level 0 is After School Sunset Yumiko. She is on play from hand. You minus 1k power to a character on your opponent's front row. And on play from hand, you could ditch a card, you clock salvage a character, then you place the top card of your deck to your clock. The 1k power can be kind of handy because the power is pretty low in this deck, but the clock salvage is super nice. It adds another resource pool to this deck. Alright, level 1s. Here's another memory target. Feeding is a 1-1 event that states you salvage a character, send this to your memory. Then you top check your deck, and if it's a level 0 or lower character, you send it to your stock. You do run quite a bit of level 0, so this does potentially pay for itself. You get a character that you need, and of course, compression. It's mandatory 4 of. We have Rules to Stay Human. Kazuki is a level 0 bomb, and if you have 2 or more characters in your memory, she gains a soul and 2k power. So she is going to be at 4k5 and an extra soul, and my god, the flavor! She is another character that does enable that Soul Rush aspect of the deck. And here is the level 1 combo. It's towards the Shimmering Sea Michiru. She gains 1k power if you have 2 or more other characters, and climax combo. On attack, if you have Dangerous Air Mattress, which is this climax over here, it is a choice. Use cigarettes. The climax is a 1k1 and a choice when triggered. Reference the earlier definition of what a cigarette's. Super standard, she's only going to be at 6k5, which is honestly horrible. You run it because she is cute, and the climax, just heads up, check the triple rare at your own time. Thank me later. Man, we love reading smut on this channel. Level 2s, we actually have a couple level 2s in this deck. We have I'm Not a Child Machina. This sends any of your opponent's level 0 characters from anywhere on the stage to the top of their stock. Then they take the bottom of their stock and send it to the waiting room. I run 1 because when your opponent has their brainstormer or a combo extender in the back row, they generally don't try to get it back, but this throws a wrench in their plan. Also, she has a soul for the choice trigger. Here's another one for the choice trigger. She has an anti-early drop clock bomb, and when this card is reversed in battle, you top check your deck, and if it's a level 2 or higher card, you rest this card. You run it for the anti-early drop as well as the trigger. Plus, if you played your cards correctly, no pun intended, your level 0s will mainly be in your memory as well as the event, so you're more likely to hit a level 2 or higher. Here is Fruit in God's Grass Kazuki. She's a 2 or less climax early play, and on play from hand, she gains 1k5 power for the turn, and on the turn that she is played from hand, she is a mill cancel burn, also known as a Musashi effect. Super solid, and the cancel burn does come in handy. And she does not heal, so she does go around the heal tax that you will eventually be sending to your memory. Here is the level 3 climax combo, Assertive Stance, Amane. She has one effect, and that is her climax combo. Once per turn at the end of this card's attack, if you have Ticket to Heaven, which is this one over here, it is the gold bar, you could pay 2, ditch 1, look at the top card of your opponent's deck, and you either keep it there or ditch it. Then you restand this card. The climax is a 1k1 and a gold bar when triggered. The cost is pretty cheap, and you will almost always have it because this is at the end of this card's attack. You will have a stock because you triggered. Now this is at the end of this card's attack, and that is definitely the risk aspect of the combo. Looking at your opponent's deck is damn good because you are able to plan out your next order of attacks. And remember, attack order does matter at times. Also, she does not heal, so you are going around that heal tax. This deck is pretty fun. There are games where I was so compressed that my opponent wasn't able to land a single point of damage on me, and the high amounts of damage being thrown around from all the triggers and all the 2 soul gaining cards does help push your opponent in damage. The power is definitely where this deck fails, as well as the milling. There's no brainstormer in this deck. Will it get fixed in Grisaia too? I don't know. I'm honestly building a Michiru waifu deck when that comes out. What is great about this deck, it does kind of throw your opponents to a loop. You're not super concerned about just taking a bunch of damage because a lot of things are being sent to your memory. Again, a lot of things are going to cancel. Not just that it's a fun deck. This deck cost me $60. This entire thing, including the Maguro Man, $60, including the extra one of this one. Yeah, it's still in the sleeve. I didn't even take it out. Yeah, this whole thing was $60. Well, it was like 55, and then like the shipping and all that was $60. So I'm tanking the sealed prices for Grisaia right now. For the price of a box of Grisaia, you could build a pretty janky Soul Rush deck. And that is where we're gonna end today's video. Sorry, trading card shops that have a bunch of Grisaia boxes. Thank you all for watching. Comment below what your favorite route in Grisaia is. You know mine. You know my favorite character. I don't know. I just like it when girls are just fucking mean to me. Major thank you to all of my channel members scrolling up over here. They helped me build this deck with their financial support as well as their support emotionally. So shout out to them. We are gonna go fishing. Love you all. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.